So how to roll over debt and keep the low interest rate. So as you may already know, if you watched my video on maxing out my Amex to take advantage of the 3% interest rate per year promotion that they were offering, I transferred 10,000 from my Amex card and used it to invest on the stock market. And I did that because I wanted to take advantage. I felt like 10,000 on the stock market would benefit me more than paying 3% or saving 3% interest per year. Otherwise, I would never extract money from a credit card because the interest rates on credit cards usually is super high, above 20%. So that I would never do. But because I had a promotional rate of 3% until June, I took advantage of it. But obviously I had to make sure that I would be able to pay back the $10,000 come June 1st, or else the interest rate goes up. So when I took that 10,000, it only makes sense to make sure that I can make more than 3% per year to justify the 3% interest rate that I'm paying. So obviously I'm not going to buy dividend stocks because I'm not going to pay 3% interest per year just to make 4% interest per year, but have the potential of my stock losing value in case I bought it a little bit too high. If I'm going to borrow money at 3%, I'm not going to invest it in dividend stocks. So my only option really is either swing trading, so buying and selling, or writing covered calls. Now the problem with swing trading is sometimes you end up buying a stock and it just never goes back up again. It might take over a year before it goes back up. So then you don't end up making the expected return. But with covered calls, if you've been watching my videos on covered calls, every month you can make something from a covered call trade, whether it's 1%, 2%, 3%, sometimes even 7%. But on average, I haven't been doing this for so long, but on average, I can make probably 3% per month on a covered call trade. So 3% per month, that's 36% per year. So if I'm paying 3% interest to make 36% return, then that's a good deal. So how to roll over debt. So not that this promotional interest rate is expiring June 1st, I need to come up with the money to pay back because I don't want to pay 21 or 22% interest rate. Even though I could potentially make 36%, I know that in reality, I'm not going to be able to make 3% consistently every month. Sometimes it's 1%, sometimes it's 4%. So it's hard to say that I can make for sure 36% per year. So for sure, I have to pay back the debt come June 1st. So the best way to roll over debt is if you have another credit card that has other promotional rates, you can take advantage of that other credit card's promotional rates. Right now, I have a promotional rate from MBNA, which is actually 2% interest rate, but until September. So that's what I could do. I will most likely transfer from MBNA to Amex to pay down the Amex debt, and then I'll be at a 2% interest rate per year, valid until September 1st. And then come September 1st, I'll worry about it. Either I'll use another card, maybe Amex will have a promotional rate. New MBNA card members also have promotional rates of 0%, but be careful, the 0% usually comes with a transfer fee. So you're probably not paying any interest rate, but you're paying an upfront fee just to transfer. And usually that fee ranges from 1 to 3% per year. So if you're transferring $10,000, for example, it's going to cost you $300 just to transfer. Whether you use it for 1 month or 2 months or for 12 months, you're going to pay that 3% fee. Sometimes it's a combination. Sometimes it's 2% interest plus 1% transfer fee. But in my case with the Amex, it was a 3% interest rate, no transfer fee. And with the MBNA, it's going to be a 2% interest rate and also no transfer fee. So I basically borrowed $10,000 paying 2 or 3% on it interest, and it allowed me either, if I put it in my RSP, I was able to get a tax credit from it, probably 40% back. If I put it in my TFSA, I got to make some tax-free trades. And if I put it in my margin account, well, I just gave myself 3 times buying power to actually invest with. Whether it's in my margin account or TFSA, I'm actually giving myself 3 times the buying power because with Questrade, the TFSA is linked to your margin account. But obviously that's very risky because I could make a few bad trades and then just lose everything, lose my 10,000 that's not even mine. That's always a risk, but I'm aware of these risks and I try to make safe trades. Sometimes I get greedy, can't help myself, but I try to make safe trades, buying stocks that I know are not going to disappear and then just sell call options against them. So regardless of what you're investing in, I'm talking about the idea of using debt at a very low interest rate to do something better with it. If you can make at least 10% return per year while paying only 2 or 3% interest rate per year, then why not? I mean, the other good investment I would suggest is probably real estate investing, using that money as a down payment for a property that you're going to rent out. That would be another good investment, but obviously you need to find a way to keep rolling over the debt. So I'm lucky that when my Amex promotion ends, I've got another credit card that gives me another promotion. So the timing was perfect. And most likely when my MBNA promotion ends, Amex is going to come back with another promotion. If Amex doesn't come back with another promotion, I can always go on RateHub or provide the link below. There's always promotional balance transfers on that website. I can either apply for a card. Most of them come from MBNA. So if I already have an account with MBNA, so that could be a problem since I already have a balance transfer with MBNA, they might not give me another card just to take advantage of the balance transfer. So that's where a line of credit becomes useful. It's always good to have a line of credit, even if you're not using it, but it's great for cash flow when you need cash flow immediately but intend to pay it back right away. So with a line of credit, although the interest rate might be higher on a line of credit, but it's definitely going to be lower than 10%, I could use my line of credit to pay my MBNA card completely. So then I have zero debt with MBNA. And then I can apply for a new MBNA card that comes with a promotional balance transfer, use that to pay back my line of credit, and then that would be another way to transfer or roll over the debt continuously. So the combination of a line of credit and several credit cards where you just keep transferring over the balances, the promotional transfer rate balances. So obviously it helps to have good credit, to have steady income. And even if you don't use a credit card, don't cancel it, keep it, because when companies see that you have a credit card and you're not using it, they'll try to encourage you to use it by sending you offers and promotional rates. And that's exactly what happened with Amex. I hadn't used it for a very long time, so all of a sudden I just kept getting promotional rates of 3% per year, which is pretty good given the rates these days. So I actually took 10,000, that's not mine, able to generate hopefully maybe let's say 2% per month, and all I have to do is pay back 3% interest rate per year. And every month I just make a minimum payment to lower down the debt. Obviously, the minimum payment includes a little bit of interest and a little bit of capital. But what matters to them is that you pay the full balance by the end of the promotional rate. If you don't, then the interest rate goes up to over 22 or 28%. I actually don't even know, but I'm sure it's above 20%. So yeah, to summarize, have good credit. Keep your credit cards even if you don't use them. Have a steady income. Get a line of credit even if you don't use it. It can be useful for immediate cash flow. And if you have a safe investment that can generate you more than 10% per year, then this is how you can roll over your debt. Then use the balance transfer promotions, but know the risk that if you lose the money, then you're losing money that's not yours. But anyways, the point of this video was to show you how to roll over debt and continue to pay these low interest rates. So it helps to have those old credit cards lying around that you don't even use. But be careful when you do use a balance transfer. That credit card needs to be only used for balance transfer. You can't make purchases on them, because then if you want to come make a payment, you can't apply the payment to the purchase section only. They're gonna prorate it. So you're always gonna have a purchase balance on your account, which will obviously incur a different interest rate over 20%. So if you're gonna do a balance transfer with a credit card, keep that credit card only for that balance transfer. Don't use it for purchases at the same time. So the only balance on your credit card should be a balance transfer. If it's a credit card that you were using for purchases, then make sure to use a different credit card, and make sure if you have your credit card number saved at different merchants for automatic purchases, make sure to change it. Also, some credit cards have annual fees, so don't keep a credit card that has an annual fee if you're not using it, for sure. Some new cards that have an annual fee come with a promotional rate, so if the numbers make sense, then you could pay that annual fee, but it's definitely something to consider if there's an annual fee. But most balance transfer promotional cards don't have an annual fee. All right, so if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. If you liked this video, then click the like button, share with your friends, and obviously subscribe to the channel. It is tax season, so if you're looking for an accountant to do your taxes, don't hesitate to message me. Link will be provided below. If you're going to open an account with Questrade to trade on the stock market, use my referral code in the description below the video to get up to $250 back. Thanks for watching.